To everyone, this is part 6 of biological classification, that is viruses, viroids, prions and lichens. So all these four was actually categorized into one group because they were acellular organisms. R.H. Whittaker never even bothered to mention lichens anywhere. So we'll be dealing with all these in a small brief actually. So, viruses are non-cellular organisms that are characterized by having an inert crystalline structure outside the living cell. For example, coronavirus. See, the name itself says corona means crown in Latin or Greek, I think. So, what happens is they infect a healthy cell and as a result, they form crown-like structures around the cell. They form structures that is actually crystalline structures around the cell which is in a shape of a crown. That is why it is named as coronavirus. And as another feature of virus, it has the ability to replicate the host cell, and also when after replication what they do is that they kill the host. So these are the main features about the viruses. So in the next paragraph there is a bunch of scientist names, so it is very important to learn those. So 1. The name virus was given by Pasteur, which means venom or poisonous fluid. And then D.J. Ivanovsky in 1892 recognized certain microbes as casual organism which was behind the cause of mosaic disease of tobacco. So he found out that these were found to be smaller than bacteria because they pass through the bacteria-proof filters. Then after that, M.W. Bejernik demonstrated the extract of the infections caused by tobacco. And so he found out a fluid which caused these healthy plants to be infected, named that fluid as contagium vivum fluid. And then after that, which means infectious living fluid. After that, W.M. Stanley in 1935 showed that viruses could be crystallized, and so as a result, crystals consist of larger proteins and they are inert outside their specific host cell. So all these features together gave this viruses a shape. So as a result, he came to a conclusion that viruses are obligate parasites. Now moving on. In addition to proteins, viruses also contain genetic material. Here things are important. It can be either DNA or RNA. No virus contains both RNA and DNA. A virus is a nuclear protein and the genetic material is infectious. So in general, viruses that infect plants have a single-stranded RNA, and viruses that infect animals have either single or double-stranded RNA or double-stranded DNA. Bacterial viruses or bacteriophages, that means the viruses that affect the bacteria, usually they have double-stranded DNA viruses. The protein coat is called capsid, which contains several subunits called capsomeres, which protects the nucleic acid inside. Capsomeres are arranged in helical or geometrical forms. Viruses cause diseases like mumps, smallpox, herpes, influenza, etc. Now you can also add coronavirus too. So AIDS in humans is also caused by a virus. In plants, the symptoms can be mosaic formation like leaf rolling, curling, yellowing of vein coloring, dwarfing, stunted growth, etc. Now we are moving on to viroids. In 1971, T.O. Diner discovered a new infectious agent that was smaller than viruses and caused a potato spindle tuber disease. It was found to be a free RNA. That means, see, single-stranded RNA, as we read earlier, viruses are present in single-stranded form RNA in plants and double-stranded RNA or DNA in animals. So in viroids also it happened the same. Hence he named as viroid. So he also mentioned that it lacked a protein coat that is found in virus. Virus had a protein coat which was called capsid, and virus also had smaller subunits called capsomeres. Now, the RNA of the viroid was low of molecular weight and etc. So that is it with viroids. So viroids are actually smaller than viruses. They have a single-stranded RNA and they lack a protein coat. Now moving on to prions. Prions are actually, in modern medicine, certain infectious neurological diseases were found to be transmitted by an agent consisted of abnormally folded protein. The agent was smaller in size to viruses. These agents were called prions. The most notable diseases caused by prion was bovine spongiform, and which is commonly called mad cow's disease in cattle, and in analogous variant to C.R. Jacobs disease, that is CJD, in humans. So last one is the lichen. Second last one is the lichen. Lichens have symbiotic association. They are mutually useful associations between algae and fungi. Algal part component is known as the phycobiont and the fungal part is called the mycobiont, which are autotrophic and heterotrophic respectively. Algae prepare food for fungi and provide shelter, absorb mineral nutrients and water for its partner. So there is a close association that if one saw a lichen in nature, one would ever imagine that they had two different organisms within them. Lichens are very good pollution indicators. They do not grow in polluted areas. So that is it with, and this is the end of chapter 2, that is biological classification. Hope you guys liked it. If you have any doubts, feel free to ask in the comments down below. Please do like, share and subscribe if you feel this useful. Thank you so much. Until then, God bless you all. Stay home and stay safe.